In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 best free tools to use when building and selling a digital product. Hey, it's Arjen here, and since transitioning from a full-time product management role last year into being self-employed this year, I've tested a bunch of free tools and really everything around kind of building and selling digital products. For the purpose of this video, let's narrow it down to just one digital product because there's so many that it would take a lifetime to go through all of the tools. So what we're talking about here is an information product. So really basically a short and concise ebook that would previously maybe come in a PDF, but now there's obviously much nicer tools to distribute that with. Now, to build and sell digital products, you usually need a combination of 4 critical things to make this work. The first thing being traffic coming towards your offer, then the actual offer, which is the marketing or sales copy to sell the product itself, and then lastly, the value exchange, where basically the customer will give you money and you will send them the product. In this video, I'll break down my favorite tool for each one of these steps. So let's dive into the video, and if you stick around to the end, I'll show you how to create a digital product even if you have 0 experience or knowledge about a certain topic. So let's dive into it. Let's start with the first part and arguably the most important part of the funnel, which is traffic. And this is basically getting people towards your digital product in the first place, because if you don't have that, then you won't get any sales. So my favorite tool for this is Twitter. The reason why Twitter I think is so good is because you can gain a following relatively fast, and even if you don't have a large following, if you send out tweets and one of those tweets goes viral, you can get a massive reach without basically having a massive following. Twitter would be my go-to, and just to give you an example of how this would work, there's this guy here that I looked up. He's called Pacho, and you can see that he's basically doing tweets around Notion, etc. Then you go to this links section, which I've already opened here, and then jumping into one of these products of his, you can see that basically he's tweeting out, and then he has the link in the bio. People go to the link, and then he has a bunch of products that people can then buy. Next up is marketing and sales, and basically the visuals and copy that you need to sell the product and to let people know what the product is about, so they will eventually convert. So my favorite tool for this is Figma. With Figma, you basically have a full-fledged design tool completely for free, because Figma charges for teams and they don't care so much about the individual user. So they basically give everything for free. And only once you start using it with a team, then you really need to start paying, basically. Obviously, a close second here is Canva. Canva is great. As you can see, I have a mess of things here, but Canva is also great because you can find certain templates that might work well to sell your digital product. So I found this template, and as you can see here, I customized my own one where I created a cheat sheet for Midjourney, which is a text-to-image AI tool. I use this for the Gumroad listing and have generated sales with that. So Canva is really cool as well. The only problem with Canva is that they do monetize on individuals. So it means that, little things like just having a transparent background or being able to 2x this size to just increase the quality, they make you pay for that, basically. So that's why I think if you can learn Figma, it's a way better investment for the future, because that tool will basically always stay free. So now for the juicy part, the actual product. And as I said before, information products used to be kind of delivered in PDF, and they still are. But I think nowadays there's much better tools for that. And my number 1 ranking there would go to Notion. If you're not familiar with Notion, Notion is a kind of note-taking app that works with databases and blocks, and it all sounds a little bit complicated, but once you get into it, it's really smooth. It has great design, and I really love it. So just to give you an example, this is the digital product that I mentioned before in the marketing section. Here you can see it in Notion, how I actually deliver it to the customers. And basically, Notion gives you an array of visual tools to basically display the information exactly how you want to, right? So here what I did is I created a database with a gallery view, which means that you can kind of see these cards here. This just gives a very easy interface for users to interact with the information. and it almost feels like an app, right? Like here, you can just quickly flick through all of these cards, and I think it's a much nicer experience than scrolling through a PDF, basically. Moving on to the value exchange part of the funnel. And so this is basically where a customer would find your product and be able to pay for it and then receive the product in exchange. I really like Gumroad for this because Gumroad not only offers the payment, but also offers the hosting of the product and where you can see the visuals and the copy, etc. And just to give you a quick example here, this is the page of the Gumroad page of my digital product, or at least one of the ones that I created. And so it gives you a bunch of options. You have all of this copy kind of to work with. You can put multiple variations. So that's what makes Gumroad really nice, is that it has basically a very complete package. Another option is to use Stripe, but then with Stripe, you would have to create your own website and marketing assets. So obviously, if you're a bit further along in your digital product selling journey, this might be a better option for you, because the big advantage of Stripe is that they have only a 3% credit card fee. However, Gumroad has like a 10% fee. So that's quite hefty, especially once your sales start increasing, then 10% might be a little bit too much to pay. But I think especially at the beginning, if you're piecing everything together with free tools, Gumroad is the way to go. So the last thing I wanted to dive into is this bonus tip that I wanted to give to people who have the feeling that they don't have any knowledge or experience in any topic, which is probably not true. But if there is a certain topic that you really feel a beginner in, it only takes a little bit of effort to know significantly more than your average beginner, right? So this happened to me with the whole Midjourney topic. Midjourney a couple of months ago was completely new to everyone, and a lot of people had never learned it before or used it before. And so imagine everything you could know about Midjourney being this green bubble here, the larger topic. And then due to my research and testing and work that I did, I managed to get maybe into this kind of blue zone here in terms of knowledge. And the reality is that most people were still in this purple zone of knowledge, right? So they maybe knew what Midjourney was and maybe they did a few prompts, but not any further than that. So just a little bit of effort on my side meant that I was actually able to piece together an information product that was valuable to quite a few people. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some value from it. I hope you start building and selling your own digital products. If you did get value, please hit that like button. It really helps kind of show the video to more people, and subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content. And I will see you in the next one.